But before all that, a special report on South Africa's controversial lion farms, which breed animals to be hunted for sport. Following international pressure, the country's government is now working on phasing out the farms, which have become a multi-million-pound industry. But it's not clear what will then happen to the thousands of lions which have been bred in captivity and who will have nowhere to go. Our correspondent Geraint Vincent travelled to South Africa and heard from the farmers themselves about why they don't think they're doing anything wrong.
Deep in the bushlands of Limpopo in northern South Africa, there is a set of wire enclosures. Behind the fences are superb examples of one of this land's most majestic creatures. But this isn't a zoo or a sanctuary. These lions are being farmed. In each pen there is one male and 2 or 3 females. Their cubs are destined to become the much sought-after prey in South Africa's trophy hunting industry. The lion farmer showed me around. So the cubs that these lions produce, how much would I pay to hunt one of them?
$25,000 to $30,000.
Back in his lodge, which is adorned with hunting trophies, I tried to question Christo on the ethics of his business.
It's like any other farm. If you're a domestic farmer and you're farming cattle, you are breeding the cattle to get the best beef on the table to be slaughtered, and the same with the hunting industry. There's no difference.
But there is a difference, though, between breeding an animal for food, that we need to eat to stay alive, and for sport. Isn't there? There's an obvious difference there.
But if it is not for the sportsmen which determine the value of that animal, why would me as a farmer take care of it? Why would I spend that kind of money?
Christo clearly saw no difference between farming for the hunt and farming for the table. And he gave us this video of one of his lions being hunted. The animal is transported to a fenced-off area of around 10 square kilometres, where it is left to roam for several days. The client is accompanied by a professional hunter. They move on foot, and the lion is shot with a high-powered rifle.
The fact that lions have been bred to be killed, we've sanctioned it as a country, and that we've thought that it was all right. The entire world is up in arms against it, and I think it gives the country such a bad reputation. It's just not something that we should be doing.
International opprobrium and domestic protest has prompted the government to approve a proposal for the voluntary closure of the around 350 lion farms across South Africa. The South African government says that the farming of these magnificent animals must come to an end. But there's no enforcement, no clear plan in place for what to do with the thousands of lions currently living in captivity, and no money to compensate the farmers who've spent decades building lucrative and entirely legal businesses. There are no easy solutions to the problem of what to do with South Africa's captive lion population. They can't be released into the wild. Some could go to sanctuaries, but many more would have to be put down. In any case, the lion breeders say that if the government tries to force them to close, they will take legal action to defend their businesses.
I will definitely approach the court because they're infringing my rights. We voted for this right to utilize wildlife commercially, as long as I'm looking at the welfare and the well-being of that animal. And that's what I'm doing.
South Africa's government says it fully intends to see the end of the commercial exploitation of lions. But for now, that remains an aspiration. Lion farming and the hunting industry it supplies remains very much a going concern. Geraint Vincent, ITV News.
And if you want to find out more about Geraint's experience with the lion farmers, you can visit our website, itv.com/news.